We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash a like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. My name is Jeremy Jones, and of course, I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know we got Music Mondays. Y'all see the topic, and I'm gonna let my homie go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? I hope everybody having a good weekend. Yesterday was my son's birthday. Celebrated that with him. He had a little fun, but now it's back to business. Let's get this rolling, And thanks to everybody who did wish him a happy birthday. I appreciate it.
Most definitely, man. Appreciate everybody that showed out in the Sold Out Discord. If y'all haven't signed up for that joint yet, it's pinned at the top. Sign up. We are officially hit over 200 members in the Sold Out Discord, man. Which, yeah, most definitely. I told Dunks we was really, really close. And when I say we was close, it was only like 2 or 3 off yesterday. So we hit that goal already, and hopefully it just continues to grow. And of course, we, like I said, all this is that Sold Out Discord is free. All I want to do is bring back the original Nike Talk type of vibes, and I feel like we're on the right track for that thing. We just opened it up in October, man. So we making great progress on that. Appreciate that, man. Y'all see the top.
Hey,
go ahead.
I remember last year how I was saying that, I didn't think we were going to reach 100 by that certain point, in which we, in fact, did reach it. And before that time, and now here we are in the early part of 2023, already at 200,000. 200. And we just started
early,
October.
huh?
So who's to say what we're going to be this time in October of this year?
I'm hoping, I'm going to speak it in existence. I'm hoping by October we're close to, I want to double this. I want to say we're going to be at 400. That would be nice, 400. I feel like that's
I was going to say I want to be at 1,000.
Yeah. Hey, 400 is good, but 1,000 is excellent,
Well, because look, we're at 200 in what, a matter of months. So give ourselves, from where we were with the 200 to get to 200, we can take that same time to get there again, and we still got all that time left until we get to October.
Most definitely. And one quick thing before we get into tonight's topic too, man. Y'all may have noticed that I took the merch down. I'm working behind the scenes. Me and Dunk's definitely working on that. Dunk's getting some cool designs together, but all I'm doing is working on finding the best quality before I put it back up, because at the end of the day, I don't want to sell y'all something that I wouldn't wear. So me and Dunk's gonna get the sample. We're gonna roll it out right, and then we're gonna manage our own website. We're gonna do the shipping. It's gonna be all said and thing. But with that being said, that actually getting quality and getting everything right takes time, and that's all that is. So y'all be patient with us if y'all looking for merch or anything like that. But again, y'all know that's why I'm not here to try to sell y'all anything. I'm really just here to just have general sneaker content and bring the original sneaker community back. And I think me and Dunks have been holding it down.
Of course.
But tonight topics, y'all see Foot Locker's closing down 400 plus stores, but apparently they got another plan that they're going to open up another 150 type of stores, type of setup. So I don't know. It could be, let's just keep it 100. Yeezy, I hate to throw them under the bus, but a lot of this could be stemmed back slowly to that now that their products aren't being pushed, because Ye's really not being out there with Adidas, not really pushing Ye products. It affects Adidas, but Adidas has slowly started rolling them into Foot Locker, and apparently they had a deal as well. So you got to take all that into consideration. And then also, now I want to touch on, I guess it's new to me, but I guess old to everybody else. I guess I've been living under a rock. Dunks, help me with the name. Is it what is it?
Hasbulla.
Hasbulla Go Sneaker Shopping. We saw that, right? And we're not here to bash them or nothing like that. But I will say this, because I put it in the Discord. Not Tripping has a video out on his channel. You know how he is. Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything he says, but he did bring up some valid points, and I do want to touch on a few things. Me and Dunks talked about this behind the scenes, actually Thursday, because I remember that was the day I was getting my tattoo, and that's why I was able to respond. And you actually helped me through that session because right when it started to really like annoy me, I could get my mind off of it. So, definitely want to touch on him, and I don't know, man. I even talked to it with the tat artist about it too, man. It's kind of like, yo, I almost feel bad for the guy, man. Everything about it.
You know, I mean, in my opinion, it's cringe. If for the people who've seen it, if you haven't, I mean, they could have chose anybody else, man. Honestly, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, fun fact: Mike Tyson said he didn't know he thought it was a baby. He didn't think he was 20.
No way.
Oh God, allegedly. And I'm like, what the fuck about whatever he on? Come on, man. Why do you think they bring you this person? There's something special about him. You know what I'm saying?
He can make full complete sentences. Well, I guess I don't know if Mike Tyson understands Russian, so maybe he thought it was baby talk. I don't know. I'm just
valid point. I can't even argue. Valid point. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we don't know, man. But Mike said he thought it was a baby. That's why he was cuddling and kissing on him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Let me see who all we got in the building real quick. Fly Guy with the popcorn. What up, Fly Guy? Got Kwame in the building. Says, yo, what's good?
Yo.
We got Double G USA, the Golden Greek USA. That's the whole name right there. So this is a dude that says he's a part of our Discord. It says Philly XY. Yeah, so that's a dude in Discord. I remember him for sure, or she. I'm not even sure if it's a he or she, but I think they actually just picked up some Travises from eBay, those Jordans. So I remember they was telling me that behind the scenes. So yeah, I was definitely talking to him. Cedric Vapel in the building says we lit. I guess he wants to hit the Travis Scott voice behind that. Jay Lon says, what up? We got Tree X95 says, are they really? Apparently so. Apparently they're really thinking about closing 400 some mall stores at that. The store, because a lot of Foot Lockers, when you think of Foot Locker, you can't help but think of I think of the mall. I know there are some physical, like they're like a part of a brick and mortar, like a physical store, but every time, majority of the Foot Lockers I know were in the mall. So that's really gonna take I think it's gonna take a big hit, but I'm gonna see what they got in the article. Trey says, I buy all my shoes online anyway. And that's probably why they may be cutting some of the physical stores too. We got Zatic says, sup, what up? So we got him in the building, he or she. Mr. 314, my favorite person on earth. My Parliamental 314's in the building. Okay. Kwame says, haven't got a Foot Locker W since the cool grade 3. Sheesh. I think, last one I got was those the 14 playoff joints. Other than that, I think it may have been those cool gray 11s, and they's dropped in 2021. So yeah, Foot Locker has been, but also I don't really be trying that hard too. I be making a lot of, you try all these other options. Eventually, the one you hit on, that's the one as long as you ain't trying to double up or triple up like I am. Once I hit on that one, I don't care what the rest of them say. So maybe I did hit on some stuff or been waitlisted before, but I didn't get a notification. But the app, I honestly, if Foot Locker would have left things the way they were before they cut to that whole Flex app situation, I used to get any shoe on Foot Locker. And let me clarify this, so much so, like Dunks, those Concord back in 2018, me and Dunks been knowing each other a long time. But yeah, those Concords 2011, the 11 Concords from 2018, I got you. That's where I hit it from. You know what I mean? For you. And remember, I was like, man, it's hard. But this is before the Flex app. You had to just, honestly, I feel like the value customer situation they had going on was way much better. But see, people was complaining because if you like somebody like me, well, my Foot Locker account is all the way from like at least 2010 or something like that. I want to say probably even 09 because I was doing it since. So mine is, I know there's people that got way more points, but I knew mine was those genuine points where stuff that I had truly shopped and I wasn't even trying to get it at the time. So I used to never cry over a shoe because I'm like, so easy to hit. Then I hit that Flex app joint, change the algorithm on it. I'm like, holy crap. So, different ball games. So I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And they still throw me a bone here and there, pause, but it just wasn't, I don't hit on the big stuff. I mean, you also got to from what I'm hearing, Foot Locker's always been the easiest to buy as well. And if you think about Foot Locker and them, all these chains like Lady Foot Locker, Champs, that's all under the Foot Locker umbrella. And think about it, they did close. I think we did a live on East Bay. I think they don't close that down. East Bay is not a thing anymore. But that was under the Foot Locker chain. So I don't know, man. If we could argue whether it's like, is they're losing money or what? But I know they have definitely been cutting things short. And it's one other I can't think of, because they have, I guess they're gonna leave Foot Locker there, Kids Foot Locker. Then there's Lady Foot Locker. Then I know there's Champs, and then I said East Bay, and there's one more I can't think of it, that they're all under the same chain that I can't even think of it right now, but it will come to me. So definitely, if you think about it, they start cutting a lot of this stuff, man. And I don't know if it's because of how the market is, because a lot, and I told Dunks this behind the scenes as well, a lot of these resellers, if Nike's gonna take time to revamp stuff and stuff like that and cut it down, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. And I say this 100 times on live. So these resellers, I know they're feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Nike them gonna be all right because they're the head honcho. And to be honest, when NRF ever Nike is in a financial,
take care of it.
Yeah. And when NRF, if Nike's ever in a financial situation, all they got to do is restock a shoe that we've been crying about for years, make a readily available. They're gonna make. I said they in a business where I don't even if the hype died down, they still gonna be good. If you ask me, I don't know, man. Let's see.
I agree.
Mr. 314 says Foot Locker has some restocks, but I didn't want anything that they dropped. Yeah, I put that in the Discord as well. Definitely, I honestly just want to say they had like 10 to 12, if not more, sneakers they restocked on. But again, it's not the shoes that a lot of people was going for, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it just people just return the product. I wouldn't be surprised if it's some of those botters that end up just taking it to the store and getting their money back because they knew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm saying it makes sense, right?
Yeah, but what's funny is even still, we still haven't seen a restock on those True Blues.
The ones?
Yeah.
I thought I ain't seen none yet, but I mean, I feel like that shoe gonna take off in the summertime.
Me too. I feel like me personally, I didn't want it, but I do feel like it's gonna be one of those shoes that comes back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back for sure. Mr. 314 says, I almost copped those 13-day soles, and then those white and yellow joints or white and golden. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw those. They did restock on those. 314 says, almost read that one. J-Rod says, what up, sneaker fam? 314 says, so when I'm on year 2, medallion dropping. Anyway, Manny with the Kicks in the building says at the flea market 314. That's where they drop it, at the flea market. You're from Manny. We got Lucas in the building says, are you from America? Yes. I was born here. Where are you from? Manny with the Kick said, shout out to all the resellers for making that happen. Keep handing out those L's. Man with the Kick says, man, Foot Locker has been terrible for years. They never have anything that could be surprised. That can be surprised this is happening. Yeah. Honestly, when they did that whole Flex app switchover thing, I feel like that's when they went downhill because nobody could really get anything. And then also, rumors is they did making a big investment with GOAT, so a lot of the pairs is there, like they making money, but still they just didn't. It sounds like they just made some bad business moves behind the scenes, and to clean things up, they got to cut the. They're probably those 400 stores are probably the 400 stores that are like performing the least, that's not performing as well. And it sucks because now a lot of people about to be out of a job, A lot of people not thinking about it from that point of view, you know what I mean? I'm not saying they making $1 million over there, but if that every little bit helps, that could possibly be feeding somebody's family. So that's another question I would like to bring up. Like, what is Foot Locker's plan? Like, do those people just, hey, go find another job, or can we find another spot at another one of our stores that we own? Because like I said, it's a chain store, so it's more than just Foot Locker. You know what I mean? But they had cut. I remember when they had cut down on Champs too. You know, I'm still trying to think of the other store. I probably have to look at my phone for the app. Let's see. Kwame says Foot Locker employees always say they have nothing. I just figured it's because they buying them to resell, possibly. But to be honest, the people that and I can't judge a book by its cover. But the people that I be seeing in my Foot Locker, they be acting like oblivious to like they could just be playing dumb. But if I ask them a question about a shoe, they be looking like, oh, those, yeah, we didn't get me. Like they be like, forgot about the damn shoe. I'm like, are y'all playing dumb? Like this is the hypest, you know. But they may not be into shoes. You know, it's weird.
Yep.
Man with the Kick says Leprechaun back to the hood. Let's see. J Rod says low key, I'm jealous of Hasbulla. Hopefully I'm saying it. I know I'm fucking it up because he rocking the 3C size. I can't wait to get on that topic, man. I'm gonna tread lightly.
It's not worth it when they're charging him $500 for the shoe. So
I got so much to say, but I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna warm up to that topic. I'm gonna stay on the Foot Locker right now. I'm gonna warm up to that topic because I don't want to offend anybody. And if it's true that he's 20 years old and he, I don't know, man. Me and Dunks have had our conversation. I'm gonna jump on it in a little bit, man. J Rod says I can get any pair for that price. I know what you mean because his size and your size is different, but he dropped $30K. But this is my thing though, and I'm gonna get back to this later. He also a lot of those shoes wasn't in his sizes, so who was they for? And I mean, he's getting. I don't care what size he bought because I don't think they made the Off-White and Louis Vuitton collab in 3C size.
That's what I'm saying. Certain shoes didn't even come in his size anyway, so. Right.
And I thought that according to Soul Stage, because y'all know in the sold out Discord, not trying to plug it here, but plugging it, didn't they do Soul Stage has done, I've seen at least 2 or 3 eBay lives where they sell their products live and tell you can just go shop on it. They do the little lives on it. So he was at Soul Stage. He dropped $30K, but if he walked away with the Louis Vuittons, I don't care what size he bought. With all the other shit, I thought they went $30K by themselves.
I mean, and if he, I haven't watched that video yet, but if they had a 3C, and I don't even think he was a 3C. Honestly, I think he was like an 8C, something like that.
I don't care what size he was. It was baby size.
Regardless, I don't see those type of shoes coming in that size. It had to be a special make, which I don't see them going out of their way either to make a 8C shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Not just for him. I don't care if he's
exactly.
This bit. And to be honest, I never even heard. Until this week, I never heard of him. Just to keep it, I'm not trying to say that's why I said I've been living under a rock to keep it 100. And they said apparently Dunks told me, you told me this, not they as you. I asked you, like, yo, who is this? You like, I was like, it's a thing. You're like, yeah, he been around since like 2020. And I'm like, what the hell? Looks like we lost Dunks, man. I'm gonna give him a second, see if we come back in here. I think he lost connection. Let me put myself back on the main screen real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. If he comes back in, I'll put him back on. All right, should be good. Just me right here by myself. But when Dunks come back in the building, I'll definitely touch on that. But yeah, what I was telling Dunks told me, like, yeah, he's been a thing since like 2020. And I'm like, really? I had like, what was I doing in 2020 till now? Granted, that's right when what had shut everything down, but I didn't know he was this viral sensation back then. So I learned something new all the way right there. So if Dunks come back in, we will put him back in the building. I'm going to go through the chat real quick. Hopefully whatever technical difficulties he's having, we can bring it back in. We've been on this joint for almost 30 minutes. Y'all smash the like button, man. But let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. J-Rod says, I can get any pair for that size. Mr. 314 says, oh my God, am I really your favorite person? Allegedly. Let's just say you make you make sure you're unforgettable. Pause. Man with the Kick says, Mini-Me bought those sneakers for his manager. Yeah. I about to say, and that's another, I can't wait for Dunks to get back in here and we get on this topic. If we made speculations as to like what he makes and how much he has to pay to probably have all those people around him, You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know how much it is, but I don't. I'm gonna save it for a little bit later in the live, man. We're gonna be on it for about another hour anyway. Hopefully, Dunks comes back. Um, let's see. Cedric Vapor says, I need to restock some lost. I need to restock some lost and founds. Okay, I mean, we had that rumor for the longest time that they were gonna restock some lost and founds, but to be honest, I'm starting to think it's slim and slim each and every time. Let's see. J Rod says, I gave up on the restock. Says, yeah, a lot of people just gave up on the restock. And to be honest, I really can't be mad at them. I gave up like the minute they actually, like, I bought them the same within a week or two. I bought them a week after they drop on the resale market because I was like, whatever, man. I waited for people to get their pairs in hand, just went on and took care of business. Derek Dare said foot action. That's what I'm looking for. Foot action, definitely. That's a part of Foot Locker them. So it's Foot Locker, foot action, champs, and then Lady Foot Locker. Looks like we got Dunks coming back in the building. Hold on, let me put him back on. Give me like 2 seconds, Dunks. So I'm gonna put him back on the screen real quick. All right, cool. You good? You should be good. Say something.
Yo.
All right, cool. And I got the echo part fixed too. So Dunk's back in the building. Not sure what happened. I was just reading through the chat. Pretty much he looked like Cedric Vapor. I was talking about foot action, Foot Locker, champs. All of them are under the same umbrella. You know what I mean? So that's that. Let's see. Man on the Kick says, and Snipes brought out Jimmy Jazz. Yep, they're together. And then you know who's really killing it low key right now since they merged together is Finish Line and JD Sports. They've been killing it ever since they merged. Like their little thing, it seemed to be working. You know what I'm saying? So they've been killing it. They've been killing it all the way. Let me hit the chat one more time, and then I'm going to share my screen in like 2 seconds. Let's see. Cedric says, this is what I think. If they don't pay rent, they own the building, then they can make money back. Those malls, you're not gonna earn. You're not the person that make the money is a person who own that damn mall whose name's on it. Like I look behind the scenes. I think it's like I can't think of the name, but it starts with an S. He owned at least 2 malls. He or she owns 2 malls in here. So think about all those slots are renting there to him, and maybe they are getting it at a deal. But I mean, the top gonna make sure he gets paid first before everybody else. That's just part of the game. Derek Knight said JD and DTLR too. Okay, so DTL is part of them. So DTLR, I be forgetting about DTLR, and it's kind of like to the best of my knowledge, that's an East Coast thing. I never heard about DTLR until I moved further. Like I used to live in the South, and then I moved on the East Coast. I never heard of DTLR until I got to the East Coast, which I wasn't never skeptical if their product was real or not. I just was like, wow, we didn't. Well, me and Dunks Mall. We only had 2 options. So yeah, that's why I said that's why I never heard of it. So not to take shots at where me and Dunks is from, but yeah. So let me share my screen, see what's going on with this Foot Locker. I'm gonna see what Complex is talking about. Salusa Complex. Manny also pointed out to me that they have been trying to go by Polo, but y'all know that's just me. Most definitely. Let me share my screen real quick. Boom. I definitely clicked on the 1-1 by accident, but we good. So right here. Foot Locker to close nearly 400 mall stores in 2026 or by 2026. So within the next couple of years, because we're in 2023. So by pretty much the end of this year, next year, they should have, and the year after that. So within 3 years, they plan to close over 400 some stores. Like I said, I don't know if it's some financial trouble or not, but I'm very curious as to why. But let's see what this article says real quick, because this is from, and I should have put this on a live Wednesday, but I said I'll save it for today. This was on March 20th. Despite reporting strong results in the quarter of, and I'm sure that's what Q4 stands for, 22 earnings. So they making money. Foot Locker is expected to shutter nearly 400 stores by 2026. During the Sneaker Chains Investors Day event today, Foot Locker's top executives outlined the company's future plans, including plans to terminate the operation of nearly 400 stores by 2026, according to Matthew Kish from Business Insider. The impacted stores will most likely be those that are unperforming. Okay, so the ones that are probably nobody really cares anyway, and those that are clearly located in shopping malls. So are they gonna take all the ones out of all the malls? Because I mean, I thought the malls would be the ones that are doing the best. I don't know. I'm not looking at their numbers, but that's just how I look at it. The mall, you get a lot of foot traffic. Um, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people aren't into shoes, and they just think you just go to Foot Locker and get any shoe you want. I mean, in a sense, you can, but the ones that we be looking at, they don't sit there long. The
Yeah.
retail chain says that it plans to transform its real estate footprint by also opening stores within new operating formats. Additionally, Foot Locker announced its new, and see, this is where I didn't read on it, but I kind of heard about it. Its new Lace Up plan, which will be governed by a new strategic online. I mean, I thought that's what the Flex app and shit was, but I guess they're trying to move more inventory online now. And it's going to be called Laced Up. That's going to be their new little online
So
platform.
what is that, like their version of sneakers?
I don't know. I think they're going to do like sell all that hype stuff online, but just put more money into buying. I don't know, but I hope that's what that means. I'm reading this firsthand right now. It says this includes expanding its sneaker offerings, creating more distinction among its brand stores, resetting the company's loyalty program, and also improving the customer's online shopping experience. Yeah, so I'm hoping that means they really look out, put more bot protection up because they're Foot Locker seems like it's the one to get botted. It's the most easiest to get botted nowadays. Foot Locker also confirmed it will be revitalizing its partnership with Nike, with the products expected to hit stores this holiday season. Okay, so they're trying to get back in cahoots with Nike because they had went all in on Adidas at one point.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yep. Nike is our largest brand partner and the leader in the industry. Yeah, of course. I could have told you that. Mary Dillon, the Foot Locker's Incorporated CEO, says, "My team and I have spent a great deal of time with Nike revitalizing our partnership." Yeah, so Nike pretty much, if I had to, I'm no genius, but if I had to guess, it's probably means, hey, a lot of your stuff's getting botted and or this rumor about the back. All this need to stop. I'm not saying that Nike has any proof, but they can pick and choose when or when or if they want a person to carry their product. So I'm assuming a conversation like that possibly may have went down, and I hope so for the better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it. Foot Locker and them, I don't know. Do you think? What do you think? What do you think they mean by revamping? Do you think I hit the nail on the head, pause, or do you think it's something else, like a bigger plan? The way they're wording it makes it seem like, oh, this is all just a part of the plan, so to speak. This is like, hey, no worries, we're not going anywhere. But I mean, could this also be a possibly of signs to come of like, hey, we're down and it ain't looking, if we don't do this, if we don't cut these stores in, either somebody gonna have to come out of their pocket and we're gonna lose more money. What do you think the real, like, I guess you could say, if we had to read between the lines, so to speak?
In my opinion, I would say like it's a mixture of both. I do think that it is almost like a cry for help. That they're starting to see the failures and just the bad business practices that's just been going on for so long, and also I think it's more than just that whole talk they're trying to give us. I think it's more of it's time to renegotiate those contracts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely. When they say we've spent a great deal of time with Nike and we revitalized our strategy, aka we've renegotiated contracts, and Nike's going to step in, and now they're going to take over and do what it takes to sell their product in our store.
Right. Yeah. That sounds pretty much accurate too. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Mr. Throwing 4 says, oh my God, am I really your favorite person? Read that one. I think I read that before. Let's see. I gave up on the restock. Cedric read that one. Foot action. Manny with the kick says, and Snipes bought out Jimmy Jazz. Okay. So, and Derek Dynasty, foot action, you helped us on that. Cedric says, this is what I think. If they don't pay rent, they own. I read that one, money back. Read that one. So I'm pretty much caught up on the chat, just making sure I'm good. I think, okay, cool. I think this is it. Cedric says, yeah, DTLR huge here in Delaware. I believe it. Wow, you in Delaware? Salute, Delaware, salute at Delaware. Um, Derek Downey says they built a branch of standalone Foot Lockers in Houston, and we got a couple branches by themselves where they're not attached to a mall, but not many. Not
Yeah.
many. I
Which, yeah, I was at a Hibbit, a standalone Hibbit yesterday, and let me tell you, that was a bad idea on Hibbit's part because it seems like the brick and mortars or the standalones are like more like their thrift stores, like the stuff that doesn't sell, so they just send it to those stores. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not a very good selection.
Was okay, cool. They ain't had nothing there.
Nah, no, I'm sorry. They did have the playoff 13s. I'm sorry.
I mean, everybody I feel like that want those got those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it was in a youth size. I think what like 11 and a half youth, so very small shoe regardless. So
Interesting. Um, Derek Dynasty that read that one. J Rod says Foot Locker is a joke in my area. They backdoor everything to our resale shop at the mall. Wow. See, and that's probably where Nike had to get, like I said, Nike, you gonna bite the hand and feed you, they're gonna give you a spanking, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, so apparently, and I'm gonna read what I got up on the screen too. It says while Foot Locker has significant mall closures planned, the company will be opening 300 niche concept stores. So apparently they're gonna close 400 stores, but they're gonna open back up 400 niche stores, right? Whatever that is. But I mean, so basically, when it's all said and done, they'll have really it's gonna be 100 stores that close versus the 400 number. Just doing simple math here, outside of the mall. So apparently, it's not gonna be the stores they reopen. They're not gonna put them back in the malls. They're gonna do outside of the malls to cater to sneakerheads. By 2026, the company anticipates 50% of its revenue to come from outside of malls in comparison to the 35% it currently gets.
Okay. What's a niche store? Is what I want to know.
They put that in quotations as well, Dunks. I'm very curious. There's definitely got to be more to come. I have no idea what a niche store is. This is freaking weird to me. Yeah,
is it going to be? Are they going to try to open? Because niche or niche, however you say it, that means isn't that like when you pertain to a certain group or a certain thing, right?
Yeah. Like my niche would be I cater to the sneaker community. I talk mostly about sneakers. I throw a little random stuff here and there, but yeah, my niche will be sneakers. Some people niches are, hey, we just focus on bringing the news.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, are they gonna what type of store are they gonna open up? Is it gonna be like a store that's just for pickups? What type of stores can they really open? Because I can't see them going outside of a concept that they've had for at least 30 years already,
Or, and this is just wishful, I ain't gonna say wishful thinking because I wouldn't want this to happen. What if they just, working a deal behind Nike because they can go by the suggested resale price, but say they pay Nike more for their product and they become the new resellers.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see what these niche stores are and what they mean by them.
Yeah, we definitely gonna need more. Cedric Vapor says, last I checked, the DTLR had the Aqua 5s. Okay, nice. Let me see what else they have on here on Nice Kid. Says Foot Locker has around 2,700 stores today. It expects to have around 2,400 by 2026. So that's why I did that simple math. It plans to close near around 400 in the malls and open non-mall stores with new formats. This is from Matthew Kish, which I think he's the CEO guy at Foot Locker. He says Nike is our largest brand partner in the land in the industry. Read this kind of already from the other one. My team and I have spent great deal. Read that one. Dylan says he expects to see visible results by the holiday season. So they got a game plan. Now, will it work? We shall see. We shall see. So this is also okay, cool. This is what it is. We finally got some bullet points. It says The lace up plan will be guided by the following set of new strategic imperatives, right? Okay, so this is supposed to be what the new lace up like program is. Let me hit the chat real quick. Derek Dynasty says they'll probably build them in one of just only on Fort Worth. Let's see, supposed to be the biggest Foot Locker in America. Okay, nice, interesting. But this is what the lace up plan. We got a few bullet points here. Granted, I probably should have just pulled this up on the profile, but it is what it is. It says the lace up plan will. It says expand sneaker culture, severe more sneaker occasions, severe sneaker more sneaker occasions, provide more choice and drive greater distinction. Power up the portfolio is the second bullet. Create more distinction among banners, including relaunch in the Foot Locker brand and transforming the company real estate footprint by opening new formats, shifting off malls and closing unperforming stores. Deepen our relationship with customers, reset the customer's loyalty program, and evaluate the elevate the customer's relation through enhanced analytical capabilities. Be the best in class alumni. Improve the customer experience online through the following shopping and journey. All they're gonna do is ramp up their buy protection, get out of the malls, and try their best to say, "Hey, Nike, we're sorry, and we're gonna make sure that we uh, put a hand." All the stores that's pretty much has been allegedly probably caught back. This is me and alleged. This is my opinion. What I'm getting from all this, all the stores that may have been backdooring, they're gonna close them down. You know, that's what I'm getting from it. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I don't know. This is just a legend, and what I'm getting as I'm reading, this is what I'm comprehending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. And it says the blueprint says the Foot Locker that opened in Fort Worth. Okay, so this is what you're talking about, Derek Dynasty. Says has a built and a half full court as well as a few other super dope features as a standalone. Never would I've seen that in a Galleria, so I'm pleased. CEO Mary Dillon says spoke about the store as an investor at the investor day. The company seems pleased with it. Expect more of that format going through. So they're gonna try to they're gonna do what these resale stores kind of been doing already. And we can think of what am I thinking of? The one that got like a half basketball court in their sneaker store, which I don't really hear too much talk about them. They're based out in Cali, and it's not Soul Supreme is based out in Cali, and it ain't Cool Kicks, but it's another one that we don't talk about anymore. I think it starts with an M. It's gonna come to me. Because they used to be very, very big. Magnolia Park. Are you familiar with that resale store?
Nah, never heard of it.
Yeah, so exactly, because they've been quiet lately. I don't know how they're doing. Magnolia Park, or you can call it Mag Park. The game, they've have artists there. Some of your bigger sneaker YouTubers out in Cali have they're pretty close with that store, but that used to be a go-to store to get your sneakers for resale, but they've been extremely quiet, honestly, since the pandemic, man, to keep it 100. But their store was built with not a full court basketball court, but they always had a half court. You know, to be honest, they been did what Cool Kicks had already
saying. Where do you think Cool Kicks got it from?
Yeah, no disrespect, and I'm not saying they did or did not, but I'm gonna say Mag Park had it. I feel like before they started putting that little goal in their rim, because I remember when Cool Kicks just had that little small ball, and then they got once they expanded to the store next to them, they went on and put the official basketball goal in there, but there still ain't no real line. It still ain't like Mag Park looked like a full half court. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
So I don't know who copied who, because Cool Kicks has been around for a long time too. So I don't know. Cedric says, what if Foot Locker dropped a resale shop? That's how I feel. That's what it sounds like to me. I can't prove it. I don't know. But that's just what I'm getting from it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they may touch on they've already kind of allegedly got a deal with GOAT anyway. And they probably just going to Nike and letting them know, hey, we'll close some stores and open them up as a resale shop where you can get, Nike probably, because Nike would give them to the shoe, give them the price at wholesale. That's how they made money with them. Or for half the price. So if the shoe was like 160, you know, Foot Locker them and get it half of that, but they'll sell it at full price. But maybe they'll say like, all right, cool, give us to us at this price, and we sell it as a resale prices. You know what I mean? At a few select stores. That could, I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know.
Or maybe that's Goat's way of opening up their first store.
Like the physical store?
Yeah, like putting their little touch on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Possibility. Because Goat has been making a lot of moves, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's only, I honestly, yeah, they're an online-based service, so their inventory can, kind of be unlimited because they can have it in as many warehouses around the country as they need, accessible to anybody in the world,
And,
but people are going to get tired of that, have to wait 3 to 7 days, usually,
But people just trust it too.
Yeah,
I don't think Goat's not going anywhere. I didn't see them being as big as they become, to be honest, but they've really shocked me.
That's what I'm saying. It'll be surprising.
They got the physical store already with Flight Club, but Flight Club, to my best of my knowledge, there's only 2 or 3 locations. I know there's one in Cali and I know there's one in New York. I thought there was another one in Florida, but don't quote me. But I know for a fact there's 2 physical locations.
Yeah.
So they have been a thing with them partner. They kept Flight Club doors open, I'm sure. So, and that's when you had hit me offline today about XYZ getting a pair, and they came from XYZ. I'm like, I literally just did kind of research on it the other day.
Yeah.
They got like 17 different stores throughout the whole. That's how many things that. So it could possibly be coming from any one of those locations. It's not just no longer like based out of Cali. I think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got overseas things and they got US things as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Man with the Kick says, I don't know why Cool Kicks has a hoop in their trash and in their store. They trash, and I would be having free kicks if they gave me a shot at it. Oh, for real? You got your game like that? He said he would be having free kicks if they gave him a shot. Man, he said his shot like Jordan, man. Kobe and his okay, Manny. Cedric says, and StockX isn't doing too hot right now. Oh, heck no. That's my thing. Foot Locker's getting ahead of the curve because they don't want to be in a StockX situation. They try, we see the market. They talking numbers. And Nike's still gonna look like the good guy because they're gonna set the general price, but they're gonna be getting off this shit too at the back end. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Read that one. Jay Brooks says Flight Club in LA, New York, and Miami. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Jay Brooks says, I want to check one out just to say I did. If I'm gonna check out one, I'm only gonna check out the one in New York, man. I don't want to check out the
who owns Stadium Goods?
Stadium Goods. It's 2 dudes. They said they decided to step down. I don't know who actually.
That's what Joe does, right?
Who?
Joe from Complex. He does Stadium Goods, right?
He does Stadium Goods. He does Stadium Goods. He does Soul Stage. He's done and he does Flight Club. They usually do Flight Club or Stadium Goods. Most likely Flight Club most of the time. So
okay. But so you just saying it's just 2 dudes who just own Stadium Goods?
But they stepped down. We did a live on that as well. They've stepped down. So I don't know how well it is, but I don't think Stadium Goods was doing that well anymore either.
Oh,
Flight Club is good because they may have worked Flight Club them good because they got GOAT, that extra little percentage or however the deal is made, they making it.
And another thing I feel like especially with Flight Club and like Stadium Goods, those prices are very unattractive. Like people don't want to go pay, $2,000 for a shoe that honestly on the market should only be $1,200. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they try to put like a comedic like sense on it. like when the artist or the guest pays for the stuff, and it, like, they try like, that's expensive, but hey, it's some truth behind that joke,
Yeah.
like, they're not just saying that like just to get a laugh. Like, they really mean, like, God damn, you really gonna charge me $30,000 for 4 pair of shoes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you pick the right one easily, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. Let me in the chat. J Rod says, I heard something about StockX wanting to hire YouTubers to help with authentication. I feel more like it's gonna be to promote them. Exactly. I don't think that's a good idea. No shots at any YouTubers or sneaker YouTubers, but I mean, hell, they don't know.
Well, StockX has something to do with YouTube because uh, the ads pop up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I don't think it's the actual YouTubers. I know one YouTuber had a deal with StockX. He was promoting them and they stopped.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these YouTubers, sneaker YouTubers, had deals with a lot of these companies. So, yeah, of course they pair when they order it or whatever they got to do to get it. Of course, they finna make sure theirs is the best one because it's gonna be on camera scenes by however big their following is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Or they order like this, just like like TV commercials. How how they prop the food to make it look more appetizing.
Yeah,
Maybe these early release pairs are somewhat of the same concept. They just beef them up and give them that extra material to look good on camera because they're technically sample pairs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's a possibility for sure.
So by the time because you haven't really seen any sneaker tuber come out and say, shoe tuber come out and say, I got a bad pair of the Dub C3s. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But the general consumers, us, that's what we've been getting that. But every shoe, I've never seen one say, I got a bad shoe. So I was like, look at the condition. This is perfect. It's butter. This is blah, blah, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So maybe they're getting those test or those model pair, you know?
yeah. I That's what I'm saying. That's what
Because I
I'm.
guarantee you, like I told you, and we also spoke on, never seen a try on because they know that shoe's going to fall apart if they put it on.
I ain't say that. I just said they got to get a motherfucker back.
I'm saying allegedly they don't try them on because they
Yeah.
know it'll fall apart because it's a test shoe.
I think it'd be the real deal Holyfield. Just some of them motherfuckers got to, not all, but some of them got to get it back if they don't agree to buy it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Jay Brooks says sneaker shopping usually does Flight Club, Stadium Goods, and a couple other boutiques. That's a fact. I've seen them do On My Year as well. Jay Brooks says Stadium Goods seems a bit higher than Flight Club, but they have more sales. Interesting. Manny with a Kick says Flight Club fire, but pricey too, my guys. That's a fact. J Rock says Flight Club is higher than GOAT. Flight Club and GOAT is the same thing. So that instant ship is probably the I always assumed, and I don't know, but I assume when they do the instant ship, it's usually a pair that Flight Club already got, and that's why it's like already there and ready to go, and they're able to ship it out literally by the next day that you order it. It's shipped within 24 hours. They're pretty good about that. That's why I think that. J Rod says Flight Club is higher than GOAT. Red Devil Manny Kick says I ain't MJ, but I can play though. Okay. Okay. Jay Brooks says Flight Club is GOAT technically. The difference is with GOAT, you can place orders to possibly get the shoes lower, whereas with Flight Club, you pay the price and tax and shipping in as well. That is a fact. Jay Brooks says Flight Club and GOAT merged. This is a fact. Ben with the Kick says Scamex trying to go bankrupt doing that. I don't know. But I know that they're gonna have to. I guarantee it's gonna be a deal made on that. The Flight Club and no, the Nike and StockX situation. There's gonna be a deal made, and it's gonna be in Nike's favor than it is StockX. But StockX, they're gonna, no disrespect, unless it's some loophole, and I don't know, and I'm no lawyer. They're gonna fold. before it's all said and done, in my opinion. Because you can't, they don't even answer questions anymore. They don't change. If you changing your own verbiage and not trying to change, yeah, you folding. Kwame says Flight Club lets you bid now too. It's basically GOAT. Okay, got you. I didn't know that. I thought I just did it all through. Now I don't even bother looking at Flight Club. I do, but I mostly just go ahead and look on GOAT first, like and see if it's an instant ship option. If I'm gonna buy from GOAT, which y'all know, I got my Joe Fresh Goods off that, and my other joints have finally came in. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna probably at least hit a YouTube short in them probably next week, and then definitely get my review out there. Hopefully sometime next week. Because to be honest, in the sneaker market right now, if you ask me, after these Travises drop, which if they don't drop, I think Travis is gonna drop in April. Now it's supposed to be at the end of the month, but I think it's gonna be more in April. Once that drop, I feel like after that, it's pretty much about to be cold bologna sandwiches out here until we get to holiday season.
Yeah,
Salute
those
them.
Travis's, well, they're supposed to drop like April 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
After that, I'm gonna say May, June, July, August, September. It's about to be cold out here. Real for everybody. It's about to be cold. Um, and then we will get back in October, November, and December to where everything is back hot again. In my opinion, I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's just. I mean, I could once these Travis drops, I think that's about to be it for a while.
I feel like April, I feel like after like the whole after April, I feel like everybody's just honestly gonna be chasing retros,
Yeah,
chasing the OGs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And scrape up all the OGs they can, especially after this movie drops.
I don't think that you talking about the what is it called? Air.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the more and more I hear about it, I don't think it's gonna be what people think. It's more so of the business side of how.
People not looking at it for the Nike part of it. They're looking at it for the Jordan part of it.
I don't think they're gonna show as many Jordans in there like people think.
Yeah, nah, exactly. But people making this misconception. You know what I'm saying? That it's about Jordan when it's not. It's about Nike finding Jordan.
Yeah. So it's about to be different, but it's doing what it wants to do. People are gonna watch it, but I feel like they're gonna be disappointed if you ask me. But I don't know.
Watch it.
I'm gonna wait and see what everybody's reactions is first before I pretty much check it out. I ain't gonna go. Listen, my thing. If I'm not doing anything, I'm chilling, and if it happens to come on or I scroll through it, then I check it out.
When the channel gets stuck there, then hey,
Yeah, if it gets stuck there, hey. But I'm not going out my way to. I'm not going out my. Ooh, it's coming out. Come on, let's go. Like no, I'm not.
Is it gonna be in theaters or is it like gonna be like one of those? Is gonna come on those little subscription channels?
I don't know, but I thought, and I could be wrong. Y'all sound off in the chat if I'm wrong. Great question, Dunks. But I thought it's gonna be in a theater. I don't know, but I thought
it was a Netflix movie.
I don't know, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Somebody in this world gonna be mad come April 5th when they sit down to watch it on Netflix and it's not there, or they go to the theaters to watch it and it's not in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? So
it's the resellers, in my opinion, man. They want that. A lot of these joints, where they want to admit it or not, they wishing up on a prayer that some take off so they can get a whole stock of it and have everybody come to them.
Yeah, honestly, that's really very true. That's really the only ones I've been seeing talk about how the movie is going to change the market. It's really the only ones I've been seeing talk about that.
I mean, this is my thing with the resellers, right? And I ain't picking on them tonight, but this is my thing. Any situation where you see it, if you're following a trend, like, oh, so and so open a resale, we can do the same thing. Eventually, they killed the resellers. Stop themselves. You're everywhere you turned around, it was a resale store trying to open up. And the last restore I went into, which was when I did the mall vlog on those playoff 13s, it was a resale store that I didn't even know in that mall. I'm like, I know y'all won't be here long because the initial you saw that mall. You like, what do you say? Damn, y'all got a big ass mall. Just imagine what that rent is. They're not going to be there and selling basic stock. They gonna and no disrespect, but that stuff you can easily find online. I know their price is going to be more because you got in the physical store they have to charge more.
Yeah.
In fact, the mall closest to me where I saw a resale store open up, I don't think they made it 3 months. They closed out within 3 months. They came there. I went there. I went to the mall 2 times after that. After the second time, I'm like, dang, last time I thought the joint was popping when we was in here, but it's not popping at all. And so I was like, wow.
And it's crowded and annoying.
Right. It was in his way. I said it looked good, but hell, ain't nobody trying to pay y'all all that for some basic shoes, you know? Like they're the type where they selling the Panda still at like $350, you know.
We had a discussion about Panthers this morning too.
Exactly. And you see my point, you know. Ain't one that shoe is not the summer shoe anymore. Y'all just gotta wait. But I think a lot of these resale stores.
I think the threes are gonna be the summer shoe.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I think these threes are gonna be the shoe of the summer.
As it should. I'm assuming you're talking about the
these white cements.
The reimagined joints, yeah. Mm-hmm. As they should, because when they came out in when did I have my pair? What was it, 2013? Yeah, my 2013 pair. That was the summer shoe, and they dropped in February of 2013, I believe. That was the summer shoe, and that's why my shoe looks like that. I wore that shoe pretty much every weekend I stepped out that summer until like it was the it shoe. Like you ain't got D though. You know, it was just that shoe. So yeah, history repeats itself to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's valid, you know. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. J Ross says, at Men with the Kick says, I used to play and would have them Draymond Green stats: 8 points, 18 rebounds, and 6 assists. So you're more of a defensive guy. You're more of a defense person. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Jay Brooks. Man, because you can be the greatest player in the world, but if you ain't got no defense, the team gonna go back and score right back on you. So you got to have your defense players. That's very important. Not everybody can be a shooter. No pun intended. Man with the Kick says, good Brooks, and I play like Dame plus Rondo in 08. Okay. Manny, he laughing at Manny. We got Kwame says, nobody check Flight Club website. I don't either, man. I really don't. Jay Brooks says, I don't know about them cherry 12s anymore. I might not buy a shoe again until the fall. I passed on the Gardena Dunks this morning. I entered that joint and I took a flat L, and they didn't waste no time giving it to me either. No Hype says, yo, what's goody, fam? What up, No Hype?
Yo.
Man with the Kick says, after April 4th, the Air movie, the sneaker game going to turn up with the value on the Jordan 1s. I doubt it. I don't think so. You could be right, Manny, but it all depends on how they show the shoes in the movie. If they just focus on trying to find Jordan and not talk about his shoes until maybe 1 second of the movie afterwards, it's pretty much over, you know, for this year anyway.
I'm saying they may not even show the shoe anyway. They may just show up until the point of him signing the contract, you know?
Right. So,
because they don't have rights to him playing in the NBA, you know?
Right. And that's easier said than done to get. They may have been working on it, but who knows? They may have it, but I don't think they're going to talk about it.
They have it. It wasn't cheap.
No. It's one of those situations where it's like, is it worth getting that, spending that, and this movie don't do well? You know, you got to think budget, price. Like, they rich and they got it, but hell, ain't no point of losing money just to.
Sorry, go on. I said, also, you got to think. This is, it's sad to say, but this is going to be a big thing in the movie, too. A lot of people are going to critique that actor on how he plays. They got Ben Affleck, right? No, I'm saying the person who plays Jordan, they're going to critique him on his playing skills.
Yeah.
Say, Jordan didn't play like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I said, we don't know what's going to be in the movie. It's doing what it's supposed to do, get us talking.
Yeah.
Let's get this talking, man. Let me hit the chat real quick. Um, let's see. Mandarin Kick says after April 4th, the movie. Gonna read that. I read that one. Let's see. New Hype says I just got my girl New Balances a little cheaper on Flight Club than Goat. It's pennies difference at the end of the day. That's a fight. But see at the same time, if you go on like that instant shit that like those ones I got off of Goat, they was way cheaper on eBay. So I mean, really, it is penny pinching where it wasn't like it was a notable difference where I'm like, I'm just gonna pull the trigger on Goat. But I mean, I get what you're saying. At the end of the day, that money went to the same places. What I'm trying to get at. Mandarin Kick says, cough, cough, lost and found stocks are on the rise. Okay. But that's what Dunks had told somebody in the Discord the other day. Hey, buy them joints now because they're gonna spike up too.
Mm-hmm.
So Dunks gave some great advice. Cedric says, I can't wait for the Thunder Force. I was excited about those, but now I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact about this kind of ties in to the last comment about the Lost and Founds rising and with the Thunders. Has anybody been checking out the Red Thunders lately? Because apparently those are jumping up. No,
They
they
are?
jumped. They're over $400 now.
Oh wow. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
And it could possibly have to do with the OGs coming out, the Thunders coming.
Yeah, because some people are gonna want like if I get these, I want these. Some people get in that
but,
mode. Yeah.
just just something had you if anybody wasn't keeping up with them, you'd be pleasantly surprised if you were trying to go get some now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're touching $400 resale now.
Sheesh. Did not know
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I didn't know. Yeah, like
and that's information I would have been fine with not knowing.
yeah, I say yeah, I didn't need to know that. That's it. It hurt me personally, you know. Manny says in theaters and Amazon for the Air movie. Okay, so Amazon and in theaters. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was coming in theaters. I thought Ben Affleck didn't do nothing less than the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. The Slayer says, "Sub sneaker fam, are y'all gonna miss Foot Locker?" No, because I mean you barely hit anyway. Like we've been saying, pretty much whole. I know you just kind of came in here to Slayer, but great question. I don't think a lot of us gonna miss it because I mean, if they was backdooring, it was hard to get a hit on shoes anyway, and this is all alleged. Then yeah, we was having a hard time getting shoes already, so you can't miss something that we wasn't getting anymore to begin with, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have a quick question to. So, how do you think that they will do it? Do you think that, say, like the stores is underperforming? Obviously, they're gonna be in much smaller cities, not that much traffic on shoes and everything. Do you think that, or say like a bigger city where the store is they're doing bad for the city they're in, but they're doing better than the smaller chain store in the other state?
That's gonna be a tough call.
So where do you think that they would put the revamped or the niche store first? Would they put it in the city that has the revenue but is not performing at its best right now, or the smaller city that could use the bump up because they're just not selling how they need to be? You know what I'm saying?
That's a tough one. I think they're gonna have to go half and half on that. Like they're gonna have to put because people are gonna expect it to see these places in the cities. But if the stores are already doing, like I get what you're saying. If the store's already doing well, then what's the point? They don't need the boost.
But I'm saying, but if the store, like say, let's use here in Vegas, obviously everybody knows there's a plentiful and generally plenty amount of people here, and so there's no doubt that there's a big market for shoes here.
Yeah.
But if the store say it's underperforming, but it's doing better than say a store out in Phoenix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where would they place the store first? Would they take that Phoenix store away because it's not doing good, but they risk not making any money and putting all that money into a new store, or would they take the one from Vegas away and then just stack more money on top of the money that they, you know what I'm saying?
It's my thing is this. I feel like they still gonna cater to that city audience and just leave those stores. I don't think those stores are gonna get anything. Because keep in mind, it's still gonna be 100 stores locations that like don't have anything. So
Yeah, and say this: those 300 stores doesn't mean it's going to be distributed, because say like just we could say LA alone probably has 20 stores, and 15 of that 300 is going to go to LA. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
So, and Phoenix will never even get seen. You know,
exactly. It's
so
like I
just
said,
just using those places for example, not to say that those are stores that's doing well or not doing well. I was just using just as mark places, for a reference.
yeah. I feel like the main places in the country in general, we gotta narrow it down to four. People only think of, and this people coming out of the country, they only think of like pretty much LA, New York, Miami, and maybe Atlanta, worst case scenario.
Hmm.
So they're gonna be those stores gonna get a lot of love first,
Oh yeah.
and that's just how I feel about it. I don't know. I don't know what the actual plan is. Let's see. Sarah says, can't wait for those Thunder Forest. Read that one, read that one. The Slayer says, sub sneaker fam, are y'all gonna miss for I read that one. I think I read that one. Let me go down even more. Let's see. Manny says, fun fact, MJ got banned for the airship black and red, not the Jordan ones. Okay, yeah, it was definitely the airships. I remember that was for, but everybody made it seem like that's what it was. That's what they went with the Jordan one with the X on the
Yeah,
back.
he even said that when he was on. I watched his interview when he was on what I can't remember who was he on. It was a talk show host for sure, and they brought up the
Jay Leno?
ah, I don't think it was Jay Leno. I can't remember, but
I know he did
they,
Jay Leno a couple times.
yeah, this was back in the '90s though. He was
That's
like
what I'm
20.
saying. That's why I said Jay Leno because he was
But
there.
anyway, they pretty much they brought up the shoes and they talked about the shoes being banned, and it was the Jordan ones that they brought out. you know,
Yeah,
it's like these are the shoes that got banned, but
but that was like this is all Nike from the give us. We're not giving the airship. You know what I mean? So I get it. But yeah, it was definitely airships. Jay Brooks says, Manny with the kick says, facts, my dude. A lot of people get that twisted. And furthermore, they market that specific Jordan 1 as banned too. Yeah, it's a mixture of Nike's fault too for the confusion. Like the dude I saw in the barbershop over a month ago, um, the way he was talking about sneakers, I could tell he was in it, but like how we know he if we would have said this to him, he would have looked at us like we were crazy because he would have thought the Jordan 1 band is the one that's got banned. The way he was talking about those beef and broccoli, from StockX. But I'm gonna leave homie alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Honestly, I don't think he's been back in the shop since then. Um, but you couldn't tell him nothing then. The Slayer says, I feel you, but I'm gonna miss not seeing Florida in stores, Foot Locker in stores, not seeing variety of shoes. Yeah, I mean that's a good thing. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I don't say it's a good thing, but yeah, Foot Locker was that store where you worst case scenario, if you do need some, last time I bought some shoes from Foot Locker, it was some other than those playoffs, I think before then, it may have been just some workout sneakers. I needed some workout sneakers. But y'all know I don't switch that up since then too. But yeah, it's nice sometimes to just hit their stores and see what's in there. But every Foot Locker I've been in, though, low key, has been kind of dead. You know what I mean, so to speak.
yeah,
Um, Jay Brooks says, "Man, Foot Locker still operates like it's 2005, though. That's the problem. JD is slowly cooking them fools. Snipes too, depending on where you live. That's a fact. Yeah, Foot Locker didn't adapt to the changes well, and JD and Finish Line have catered to their audience and making sure they get access to the shoes and stuff they really really want. I mean, pretty much Finish Line and JD they made sure they take care of the people that spend the most money with them first. At the end of the day, that's all I get from it from JD and finish line. Which, hey, I mean, you take care of the ones that watch your back, they watch yours, type of, so to speak.
Yeah.
Let's see. Um, Jay Brooks says Foot Locker still uses paper signs. They should have spent that bread on TVs, better displays, etc. Yeah, they could revamp the store a little bit. It's definitely a little bit of old school, but I guess they're kind of one of those don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I mean, it ain't necessarily up there either. Jay Brooks says, I saw an interview on off Jordan and David Letterman, and he hated the band ones, said they were ugly. Okay.
That's the interview that I think I was referring to.
Oh, the David Letterman. I couldn't think of the other dude, but yeah, David Letterman was around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Slayer says, I can't speak on all Foot Locker stores, but some were way better than others. Man of the Kick says, facts, Brooks. So let's touch on this. What is it? How do you say his name? Hasbulla? Yeah. I'm sharing my screen that I seen on Nice Kicks Instagram. And I don't know, man. I don't feel no ways towards it, but it's definitely caught my attention. Like, I don't know. Again, if he's supposed to be 21 years old and he has like an issue, I just don't like. I guess you can say the way that they're treating him. Let me share my screen here real quick. Boom. Right here on Instagram. This is the video that they put on the Nice Kicks joints where he was at when he was inside the Soul Stage store. Like this dude literally, how much I hope they paid this employee well, because they're letting this dude let him punch up on him and play up on him and stuff like that for how long? You know what I'm saying? Again, me and Dunks also talked about this, like, you know, homie literally, I know he speaks Russian, but at the same time, like, I know they're not understanding him. And I feel like he's being used. If I'm saying it right, what's his name? Hasbulla?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's being used, man, because they're just doing it because it's the it thing to grab attention right now. You
Yeah,
know?
and they know, like I say, that he's you know, a small guy. He's very what's the one I'm trying to think of? He's very like a very unique character, you know, and something you don't see every day. And you know, when it's something you don't see every day, you try to get as much information on it as you can, you know. So he's just a very unique character, and I feel like he knows what's going on, but what can he really do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like that right there, something that simple. He probably didn't want to do that, but you know, we won't think about it that deep because we just see him posing with the shoes. But behind that picture, he's probably angry because it's probably 3 o'clock in the morning and he's sleepy, you know?
Right. And it looks like those are his shoes at the bottom. But if you look up at the top, those Travis Scott joints, he can't fit none of those. Look at his foot and look at those shoes. He can't wear none of these damn shoes. So who is that for?
That's a size. This got to be at least a 10.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, he has a small foot, so I don't know. Maybe an 8, 9, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, like his shoes, like those Travis, they ain't even make them in those sizes. But you mean to tell me he has those on the bed? And I guess it's like, honestly, is he even looking at the damn? Honestly, I can't. Maybe it may be the issue he had or what he's diagnosed with. I'm not sure. I don't want to be wrong, but homie doesn't even look happy.
So that's what I'm saying. Look, you see what I'm saying? Like that picture looks forced.
Yeah, I don't want to do this, and they're like, "Dude."
Yeah, and he's probably like, I want to go back to Russia.
And this is the other shoes right here, and it says Plug Hub, so I guess that's where the shoes came from. Looks like a little bit of promo, you know.
Mm-hmm. This is
like his actual shoes is on the bottom, but these big adult sizes, who is this for? I'm assuming, right? And they're all different shoes. And you said they had like 4 different guys around them.
Mm-hmm.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he got what? The team shoes laced up too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't think it. I feel like they're using him, man.
Oh, for sure. You know, allegedly,
you know. But I just,
you know, but yeah, it's just a situation that I wouldn't want to put anybody in, and I wouldn't put anybody in despite their disabilities or their what they're going through. You don't cash in on somebody else's. Not to say that he's in pain or he is upset about his condition, but you don't cash in on somebody else's situation, which is what they're doing. They
Yeah,
say, hey, it's funny. Let's start a gimmick of a 2 foot guy uh, thinking that he can beat up average height men. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And just put it on the internet for him to when he think people are laughing with him when they're laughing at him.
yeah. This is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. Even this right here, they put him in the big red boots. Those
Look at
boots,
that hat. Look at that hat.
I know. Like, I ain't. Hey, stop. Hey, come on, hey, man, stop.
I'm just saying, no,
You
I'm not
know,
laughing at him. The hat is just
I
it looks
know, but
ridiculous.
you know, if you do that, you're gonna trigger me, man. Oh, because I'm trying to be serious, but yeah. And then is that not a new era hat?
Is it? This is
I got a question though.
sticker
One
on it?
question: how did they get it to like? Cause it's something else underneath there because the physical hat ain't even touching his head.
Like he's not even looking in the camera once again.
Yeah, like I honestly, I know they tell him what. Yeah, it's something underneath there, but
It's like
I
some
can't.
cushion, it's padding that's in there, and I
Yeah,
think
it's actually
it's something
underneath.
you can adjust to your head. Like it's a strap or something you can adjust to your head.
Yeah, he got a hat on underneath it apparently, so I don't know. But my thing is this: if he from Russia, he supposed to came in already with the drip, But the damn boots, I wonder how hell it was to take him off for him. But then again, wow, and he actually agreed to do it because he's doing it himself.
So,
Wow, did you? Oh, you know what else I caught? He
mhm.
put these on with other shoes on.
So no, that has to be a child size because because they come up to over his knees because I guarantee you, me or you couldn't fit that shoe, couldn't fit that boot. You probably wouldn't be able to get your foot in it. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah,
that's a child size because they come up average. I think they come up to your shins, a little bit over your shins.
man,
So
give me. I just hope this is. I don't know if this is true. Like he's 20 years old.
yeah, you can see how when it's compared to the taller guy, you can see how small they are.
Yeah, and this guy's the guy that he was beating up on earlier too.
With Bad Bunny,
I guess.
you like Bad Bunny? Look at him.
I can see that. He comfortable at working those phones though.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I bust out my phones today.
Right.
Um, let's see. Um, Manny says he get free stuff for acting like Chucky. The Slayer says I feel like Lil Homie is just being used for others' entertainment and gifts. Shaking my head. I can see that. I feel like they're just using him too. If I'm gonna keep it 100, I feel like they are using him, and it's I don't think it's right. He doesn't appear happy. You know what I mean? And
All in all, I just want to say when I hope he leaves. I hope he leaves this whatever is going on the same way he came in. Like just a normal person, so to speak. I hope they don't like damage him and just turn him into this monster as we know and as we've heard that Hollywood does to people.
yeah, I have a feeling he gonna go back to Russia. But see, this video right here, homie, literally letting him punch all over him and everything, and I'm like, how much did they pay him to do that? And then they switched his clothes, put him in a nice kicks joint, gave him chocolate covered strawberries. And to be honest, even hearing him talk, I don't know. He still sounds like pretty much a baby, even if he is speaking Russian. That's what they're probably gonna try to use. Um, I don't know, man. I have question where like I don't know if this is true or not. We don't know. This is all alleged, but they've been basically putting this all over the damn internet, and it's crazy. Like you said, I didn't know of him until literally this week.
Now look at that. You see that price on those shoes? They were 150 for some pandas, and I'm sure they were his size.
Yeah, that's too much. And then he bought them too because they picked him up. He said he wanted them for $150. And that's when they make him put on the red boots thing. They had a whole. This was planned out. They had a whole event shut down a store just because he was there.
Yeah, already had all the shoes out for him. Even got the Tom Sachs. I see.
Yeah, I saw those. I saw those, and then they put him in the red boots. And that's when they made him put on a damn hat. It's crazy looking at the images. They edit. That's how you know this was well scripted. And they having him looking at shoes that he can't fit, which is I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey, it don't matter, man. Hey, you know exception to the rules, man. Hey, you got the bread, we're gonna take it.
I guess. Apparently, he must really, really love strawberries.
Yeah, since they show him the strawberry coughs that he can't fit.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. They keep doing that, and they show him a picture.
And that's kind of like disrespect. Like, why you guys putting this guy in front of size 12 shoes and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why you guys putting this guy in front of grown men's shoes that you know he can't wear?
Exactly. And apparently he's speaking full on Russian, but I mean, who's gonna be there to check that?
Yeah.
And I know they didn't make those. This is the thing. If he bought they're $135,000, but he walked away with 30. He only spent 30,000. So if those shoes were 130,000, he didn't buy them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But they put him in the picture with it though.
Crazy man.
And that ain't his size. Look at that. It's not his size. They're small sizes, but they're not his size. He can barely pick that damn thing up. See, he's taking all the pictures with these Louis Vuitton joints. He didn't buy those. That's that big ass. Whoa, it didn't come up past his knee. Even if he put both, if his feet grew together and made that length, the shoe still couldn't fit him. And you know they didn't buy the Air Max for 30,000.
No,
and I don't think they made those in his size. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's treating it like a gun. Yeah, I don't know, man. And then that's another thing too. They kept feeding them candies and strawberries. You know, like
a child.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean that's what they kept doing. I don't get it. I feel bad for him at the end of the day.
Agreed.
Yeah. J Rod says, I ain't gonna lie, my reflex would make me smack him. My reflex would make him smack him if he did that to me. Yeah, if he punched, that's some people you can't do that to. Oh, buddy, like I said, I hope he got an extra day on. I hope he got like a couple days off for some extra money or something, man. Because you know what I'm saying. I don't care, big or small. Like even if a little kid hit you, you may. I ain't gonna say you're gonna hit him back, but you gonna grab him. Yeah, hey, don't do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do something. Hey, that kind of hurt. You know, or not.
I feel like it's this guy in the leather jacket that's doing it. I don't know why. I just feel like it's this guy in the leather jacket that keeps crouching down. He's the one behind all this.
Oh, like pretty much scripting it out.
Like, you know, like everything. You know, I'm not to get into details, but I just feel like he's the one behind all of it. That's all I got to say.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Man with the Kick says Mario. E. De Niro laughing. Jay Brooks says, who is this Hasbulla cat laughing my ass off? I swear the randomest folks are popular nowadays. Clout for what? Yeah, that's my thing. Not tripping brought it up. And the reason I keep saying tripping, I remember when tripping was just tripping before not tripping. He had a channel called Tripping, and they shut that joint down. He had a big following. I think he ended up getting it back, but by the time he getting it back, he had started up no tripping. He just said, I'm gonna start another one, not tripping. And they tried to take him to court and everything, but they had no real all the stuff, none of it fit because he
everybody tries to take him to court.
Yeah, because he really didn't do nothing wrong. Like he bashed him, but he wasn't like false information. And the only thing I think he changed up is now he throw the word like allegations. He throw like the legal words out there just because he see how there is. So yeah. Let's see. Read that one. Jay Brooks says Nicki Minaj voice. He's my son. J Rod says Hasbulla is a goat. I did not know that. Man with the kicks with the skull. J Rod says Hasbulla is the MJ of little people. Ah, okay. I believe it. Jay Brooks says the Bad Bunny looking cat keeps confusing me. Laughing my ass off. I'm gonna call Rude Rabbit or something. I'm gonna call him Rude Rabbit or something. Man says, hey, we can't forget about Wee Man. Yeah, I respect Wee Man. Wee
Yeah,
Man, so, and professional skateboarder, and was hanging with him. You know, he couldn't do their level, but for what he was doing, a lot of people couldn't do that regularly.
and he I don't know if it's a thing out there on the East Coast, but he also owns, or he has ownership in this company called Wahoo's Tacos. It's I don't know,
Yeah, I
maybe
heard about that, but it's
yeah,
not here though. It's not out
yeah,
here.
he has ownership in that also. So you
Nice.
know, he was smart with his money. You know.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Let's see. Man with the kick says rude. Rabbit baby bad bunny voice. All right, man. So pretty much we're gonna wrap things up here for the night, man. I think we pretty much hit on everything. We got the everything that we wanted to pretty much get out here as far as like the Hasbulla and of course the Foot Locker situations. We've been on this joint for an hour and 36 minutes, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel, man. Really goes a long way. Appreciate everybody for coming through and kicking it with us. More merch is eventually on the way, but like I said, when we drop next time, y'all gonna notice a complete difference. I'm gonna just say that we gonna when it's all said and done, when the time we make it out official, it's gonna be you gonna want to wear it with your fits, with your shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm gonna make sure I cater with that too. Got a lot of ideas behind the scenes that me and Dunks are working on. Sub up to the sold out Discord pin in the chat. If y'all haven't done so already, smash the like button, sub up. Y'all know I'm Jeremy Jones, and what I do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, Music Mondays. I got the tab vlogs, and I will be back with more content. And I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Yeah, everybody, man, it was a good one. I enjoy everybody coming through, man. It's an unfortunate situation with Foot Locker, but hey, I mean, what needs to be done will get done regardless, you know, how people feel about it. But I'm sure it'll work out for them in the long run. But yeah, with all that, man, I just hope everybody just enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, just Polo brought it up earlier that this is going to be pretty much, it's going to be summer, but it's going to be a cold summer.
Most definitely.
You know, take that into consideration and start grabbing some stuff because the prices are good right now. I can even say that, and you know, I don't really spend a lot of money, but prices are good right now. Yeah, so just grab some of the stuff you weren't able to get, or some of the stuff that you were like about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
Get it now while you can, because especially on some of these Jordans, because allegedly this movie is going to spike the prices. And like I said, I feel that way across the board. I don't just feel like that about the ones. I feel like it's going to do that to any of his shoes that has this Nike Air on the back. I feel like he's going to push all those shoes like that because they're still a part of Nike history.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with that being said, yeah, everybody just enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to go back to working on some of these designs. And yeah, you guys just chill, have fun, and be safe.
Most definitely, man. We're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, I swear she look familiar. I swear to God I need her, I swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, I've been in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, I swear she look familiar.
the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a